Are we live already?
Wait, oh my goodness, I put the wrong fucking Twitch thing in my previous one.
We fucked it all up.
I put twitch.tv/game, and imagine if I had that.
The owner of the most valuable Twitch URL in the world.
Hell yeah.
Oh, we are live. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, we're live.
Okay, well, you told me you fucked something up. I don't know.
I mean, I fucked up earlier. I tweeted the link, and I just did twitch.tv/game.
I love the idea of you being like an unhelpful promotion person. Like, Mike, we need you to send out a promotional tweet. And he's like, yeah, go to game.com.
uh, okay.
Howdy. I'll be damned.
I'll be damned.
So let's tell people what we're doing here tonight. Folks, thank you for coming to another bonus stream. We are playing some Magic the Gathering Arena tonight, helping Mike sharpen his drafting sword. Neither sounds good.
Really, just forging
Neither.
a draft sword in general, because right
Yeah.
now I got a stick that I found.
I'm June. He's Mike, by the way. If you don't know us, like, one thing I think is going to be interesting, Mike, is this is probably going to be our last chance to play this format for a long time.
Why?
These are getting cycled out, and they get cycled out on like a bi-weekly basis. So I'm not sure what the next set in rotation will be. But if you take a look at the quick draft format, you'll see that this is the last day that it's available.
Wait, does that mean that I have to finish the draft today?
No, you can still play the matches in the draft. It'll just close like new drafts for a while.
Oh yeah, ends in 12 hours.
Uh-huh. And I'm going to see if there's a schedule for what we'd be playing next, because that might be going into a format blind is always fun, especially because there's supposed to be a new set coming out soon. Magic releases sets all the time, constantly.
Wait, you got to get 6 wins to make your gems back.
To make your gems back totally, but you also get gold of that, which can be spent on drafting as well.
Oh, gotcha. Oh yeah, I see. 5,000. Okay.
So, looking for next week's schedule.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and drop these gems since I know we're gonna be doing it.
Yeah, let's do it, baby. Yeah, we'll be drafting Brothers War next week if we end up drafting, which is the most recent set. So, Mike, one thing I wanted to do is maybe sit back and let you ask me questions this time instead of trying to direct you.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think before we start, I wanted to, if I could do a little instruction for the audience here. There's some basic things that you can remember that can help make drafting really easy. So the first thing to keep in mind is pretty much always it's safer to grab a creature than anything else. In draft, it's very creature heavy and very combat heavy. So you want to be conscientious of whether or not you have enough creatures in your deck. Whether or not that's 14 or 17 depends on the type of deck you're playing. But if you don't know, err on the side of creatures.
Okay.
And then there's an acronym. It's a very old acronym. It doesn't work in every situation. That helps prioritize things when you're drafting, and it's called bread. Like, you know, what one would put a sandwich between, and each letter stands for something. So the first is bombs. Bombs are cards that are going to basically win you the game by themselves. A 6/6 flyer, some crazy ass dragon or an angel or something. If something stands out as really cool looking and powerful, it probably is. The next one would be R for removal. Those are just cards that kill shit. And killing shit is super valuable in draft because there are sometimes just creatures that are super hard to deal with, and you don't want to have to be sitting here, you know, playing a game of attrition. So just grab stuff that kills things, especially stuff that's cheap. That's why those lightning blasts are so good. The next would be E, is for evasion. So those are cards that are going to be able to attack without being blocked. Flyers are a great example here. But there are also cards that are just explicitly unblockable too. And place a high premium on those because it in games that would otherwise grind out, you can really just close a game up fast.
Sure.
The next one would be advantage, and what advantage means is just drawing cards, drawing more cards than your opponent. The best way to win in this game is to play a card every turn. So the more often you're drawing cards, the better it is for you to last into a later game. And finally, the last one, D. There's some debate about this one, but I'm going to say it's do. Creatures. As usual, if you're not sure what to value, or if you can't keep the acronym straight, if you're not sure if this removal spell is better than this thing, just take a good creature. It's always safe. They may be boring, but boring cards win drafts.
Sure.
So I'm going to hang back. I will tell you what I would pick if you want me to answer that, but for the most part, I'd love to hear you talk through what you're looking at. And
yeah. Well, I'll ask you probably if I get stuck here.
Sendernath asks, what does Defender mean? Creatures with Defender can't attack, so they're usually flavored as like a wall or something. Sendernath said we must be getting paid because they had to watch 2 ads. Are we getting paid? That's fucked up if we're getting paid.
I mean, I'm not getting paid.
That wasn't the goal.
Here's a Defender card right here. The text on it, a creature with Defender can't attack. Sendernath. Or Sendranath.
They're usually cheaper than other cards that would have the same power and toughness too. So there is an advantage to maybe running some Defenders. In particular, this draft format has a Defender deck that really wants you to take as many Defenders as possible.
Okay, so I'm kind of looking at the lower cost cards primarily. There's no commitment at this point because I have nothing.
Exactly.
This one, I feel like this card sucks. Because you can a 1/1 bird. It's got flying, but you're choosing one of these things. Returning a non-land permanent to its owner's hand is good, but it's very temporary. Or just drawing a card, and it's not a very beefy creature anyway.
I would say it is pretty cheap, which is one thing to keep in mind.
Right.
On turn 3, I would say, let's say you have a creature out on turn 2 and you play this next turn, you've got a pretty decent board for the most part. I think it's a pretty good card, but I don't think it's incredible or anything. It's just solid. Jaime says, so you make a new deck every time? Yeah, in drafting, you're presented a random pool of cards, essentially. And within a group of 8 people, you pass those cards back and forth. So every time we play, we're going to be making a new deck here out of our options. Drafting in itself is one of my favorite parts of the game.
Sendernath says, I like that card, Mike. Diversity. Returning is removal. That's true. And I was also, when I was like, ooh, a 1/1... I was forgetting that this is also a creature.
Mm-hmm.
So you get 2 things on the board, which can be nice.
If you add the power and toughness together on the bird and the guy, it's still a 3/2, and that's pretty good for 3.
This
wouldn't call it a bomb or anything.
This Samite Herbalist was kind of fucking me up in an earlier game because it was paired with Enlist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's quite good in an Enlist deck, especially the red-white Enlist deck. I think it's one of those cards I wouldn't prioritize early because I think getting the good Enlist cards is a little more important. And that's a fine one, but it's not I'm not going into that deck explicitly to play the Cleric, I guess, is what I'm saying. Sodernath also makes the great point. If you were land starved, you could choose to draw, which, at 3, you probably have what you need to stay on the board, but it's a good point to bring up. Prancer's standing up for bread. It's true. Not everyone agrees what bread stands for, but a lot of people use it.
Hmm. I think at this point I would probably grab the channeler, but I'm curious what you think.
I like the channeler. I think the green common, the one in the bottom row.
This wall.
I like that as well because it's cheap and it grabs you a land, which does matter.
Oh, I
Um,
didn't see that.
yeah, so I like that card in a deck where I'm going to be running a bunch of colors. And then always, I also like the lands. But, this is a first pick, and I don't see any reasons to commit to like a dual land or anything like that. So I would probably take the rare, the channeler, the one that makes you the bird.
It is finished.
Oh, let's do it, buddy. Sendranath says, "How does land work? Do you get to take his basic? Oh, yeah. Do you get to take as many basic lands as you want?" Yes, Sendranath, you can, but you can also draft land within the deck or within the draft too, and there will commonly be a lot of like unusual lands or lands with special abilities or dual lands, and you can include those if you pick them. This is not a great pack, really.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
Mm-mm. Bruce Card says, "I call next game against Bachman." Oh, throwing it down.
Okay. I mean, I'll fight you. I mean, there's no pride here. Like, I'm more than willing to lose.
Let's
But
take it out to the playground. Let's do it. Come on. It's hard to decide what to go with here. It's like nothing really grabs me. Nothing is super exciting. Are you pulled in any particular direction?
uh, maybe I'd probably just grab the mana worker.
I don't hate that honestly. I would also consider either of the Pegasi. Um, they're both cheap flyers, and although that's not incredible, they're fine. There's a uncommon one and a common one. I think they're both solidly okay.
Yeah. Where's the? Oh, here it is. I feel like I'll never play that kicker.
Not unless you go into three colors. But then again, this is only your second pick. You don't have to get too committed to anything. I will say I have seen that card with kicker pick off like a 4/4. It just happened a little later in the game.
Yeah.
Um, I think it might be worth taking because of that. But honestly, I think it's worth taking because it's a 2/2 flyer for 3, and that's cheap.
Okay.
Whereas I don't think you're gonna have really fight over a mono worker if you want one later.
That's fair.
Does that make sense?
Yep. Oh, this guy's pricey. What's he do that's so
Ooh,
pricey?
expensive man.
Yeah. So I've currently got a blue and a white. There's a lightning strike on the board here.
It's very tempting.
Yeah. If you would gain life, gain that much life plus 1 instead. Okay.
The last ability is also very good. First strike is already difficult to deal with in combat.
Right.
You can play that as many times as you want in a given turn, and you can do it in response to your opponent doing things. It's
Yeah. No,
a lot of versatility.
I was eyeballing that.
Sendranath said, "Cleaving Skyrider is sort of a removal card." Right on, right on. Sort of. It's not as good as like one that just unambiguously kills something. But on the other hand, it is a 2/2 flyer, and that is perfectly fine paying for without the kicker too. I mean, I think the lightning strike you brought up is also very tempting, to be frank. I don't think you were wrong to point it out. I don't know that you have a color you want to commit to yet, but I think it's interesting that it grabbed your attention that quickly because it really did perform in the games that we played on stream, at least.
Oh yeah, I got tons of use out of it. Every time it came up, it got me out of a spot.
Hmm.
So, although we do have our tree border friend with the
True.
little guy on his back.
He's surfing again.
Don't forget about the little guy.
He's he's back. He's back in the branches again. He's carving it up. Do you feel a sense of like communion with that guy because of your tech deck skills?
Oh, I do.
Like you have similar interests and maybe have some things you could talk about when you're out tree boarding.
Yeah, I feel like if I get the lightning strike, I'm branching out into three mana types already.
Unless you just drop the blue card. I mean, I think lightning strike's better than that blue card. Like no questions asked.
All right.
But I mean, I to be frank, I think I would have taken the knight there, but I don't hate lightning strike either
Yeah.
at all.
Oh, we'll see if he comes back around.
Yeah, he might. He's pretty good, but I don't think he's gonna win you a game or anything.
Wait,
Think about that one.
so which part is only the first part is under the kicker, right?
Yeah, the second part happens no matter what. The first part happens if you pay the extra white.
How much does the regular um what's the regular counter target creature spell?
That's also the same cost, but without a kicker. And to be frank, if I'm gonna weigh in here, um, that card remove soul or whatever it's called in the set is way better than this one, just
Right.
because this one is conditional. I have seen it do things really early in the game, but you want it in a deck where you already have stuff on the board early in the game, and that's not necessarily the easiest thing to put together in blue. Blue white's okay, but you tend to lean on a lot of like dorky 2 drops.
Yeah.
Sedranath says, "Can you counterspell a creature?" Yes. Creatures count as spells before they hit the board, as is basically anything that's cast. Land isn't cast and it's played, so you can't counterspell lands.
Is anything jumping out at you? Because I'm not loving anything I'm seeing.
I think the Argivian Cavalier is really good.
Yeah.
It's 3 power for 3, and enlist is pretty strong. It's really good if you end up picking up multiples, because if you go like turn 2 for a 2/2, then Argivian Cavalier, and then on turn 4 another Argivian Cavalier, it is a lot of stuff on the board, and you're spread very wide. So I that deck that I showed you, the red white one,
Uh-huh.
that was undefeated, had 4 Argivian Cavaliers on it.
Oh wow.
It's not a reason to go into white, but if you think you might want to play white, it's a pretty high value pick, I think.
I could see it.
Ooh, you got a lot of good blue options here, though. Damn.
Counter target creature spell. Didn't I have Pixie Illusionist in the last one?
I think so, but we didn't play green, so it was just like a flyer.
No, I mean in the last pack.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's not a high pick. You're gonna see it come around. That blue uncommon is awesome.
Okay, sell me on it.
So essentially, imagine you're on a stalemated board, right? You can't attack, they can't attack. You're just kind of passing turns back and forth and playing cards. This is a great card because it breaks open the line. You can tap down their best attacker or their best defender. They're tapped down for 2 turns. This thing itself leaves a 4/4 behind for 5, which is good value. And it has ward on it, which means it's going to be hard to use any sort of like removal spell that could take it off the board. Blue doesn't get a lot of creatures with power higher than like 2 or 3. So if you have a reason to play blue, it's fine to take. I'd give it like a B or a B minus. I also could totally see taking one of the white cards here. I think they're both pretty good.
That was more what I was looking at was the white cards.
Mm-hmm. You really can't lose. Um, I don't usually want more than one Destroy Evil, but Captain's Call is also a common, so you're going to see it.
You were clipping for all of that, so I didn't hear anything you just said.
Okay. Ooh. So Destroy Evil, I think I usually want like one of those, maybe not two.
Yeah.
The Captain's Call, though, is a common, and you're probably going to see it come around.
Well, so is Destroy Evil.
It is, but you don't want a bunch of Destroy Evils, whereas I think you'd probably pay 2 or maybe even 3 Captain's Calls.
Okay.
It's just not always... It's one of those removal spells that's not always going to be turned on, and so sometimes it's just sitting there in your hand, and when that happens, you're going to hate it.
Right.
On the other hand, when you spend 2 mana to kill like a 6-drop, it feels awesome.
Yeah. I'm going to miss Tellurian Terrors.
Oh, our boys! Swim free, my sons. You got some good options here.
Oh, I like that.
It's pretty great. Protects from removal and basically wins any fight.
And it's
also,
it's an instant shit.
And it's lifelink, so you can get like 6 or 7 life out of that if you're late in the game.
That's the front runner for me right now.
Mm-hmm. I like the land. I mean, it's in colors you're considering playing, so that's always valuable. But I mean, I really like Take Out the Shield.
Yeah.
The ape is also good. The 2-drop red ape. Okay, you got options here.
What was that last one? Right.
That's what I would call a do-nothing card.
Which one? Where,
yeah, where like unless you're in a very narrow spells deck that wants to play a lot of cheap spells,
right.
Because you do have to pay for that copy. It doesn't just automatically happen. It's not really doing anything. You put it down on the board, you wait 3 turns, you get to what, like draw 2 cards maybe. It's not exactly exciting.
So it's between Vanguard and Negate.
Mm-hmm.
What do I have?
Also, your Mana Dude came around as well.
Which Mana Dude? Oh, the Mana Worker?
Yeah.
I've got this Lightning Strike, but I feel like with the way that this is shaping up, I might not have an opportunity to play it. I guess it depends on what the second pack looks like.
I mean, are you happy with your white so far? Like, do you feel like that's a good place to be?
I am, yeah.
Okay, I would probably just take the white card then. I mean, it's good. It's a good card. You're gonna want 1, maybe 2. Okay, interesting.
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to kick that likely.
I mean, consider it as a 2-drop where you don't play the kicker.
Right.
So if you're in an aggressive deck, 3 power on your turn 2, does kind of demand an answer pretty quickly, even if it's easy to find one. I don't think it's great or anything, but I've played them before without being able to play the kicker and was not like embarrassed by them or anything.
Right.
On the other hand, the Vanguard is pretty solid. I see no reason not to take another one.
Yeah, let's do it.
Big pile of shit.
Yep.
Wow.
I guess the Tide Turner?
I guess.
Because, like, I could use it as a mana.
Yeah, if you end up in blue, it's possible. Timely Interference is, like, playable. It's fine. Blight Pile, I've played in decks. You could always take the dual land just to hedge your bets in case you draw a cool black rare or whatever. I don't honestly think I'd be playing any of the cards, so I don't know if it really matters.
Alright.
They are handing you this wall deck, huh? Wow.
Are they? I mean, there's a lot of walls, but
that Coral Colony is a big centerpiece of that deck.
oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, so,
So
you're
it's
just,
either
you're,
that
you're just turtling up and trying to get them to run out their deck.
exactly. There's also a white uncommon that makes a bunch of birds for each wall you have. So those are the two win conditions in that deck, is either milling them out or making a bunch of dumb birds. Patrick Nielsen says, being able to pump all your creatures is really good. Yeah, it is, in reference to the Charismatic Vanguard. It is. Paying 5 is a lot for it, but in a deck like this, I think we'll take it. As for our pick here, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You could always take the Coral Colony. Blue and white is not a bad combo for the wall deck at all.
All right.
We haven't seen the other pieces yet. But, hey, the negate came around.
Probably that, right?
Yeah, maybe. I like the Minotaur, but I don't think we're in red for any reason yet. Ooh, interesting. These are very playable cards.
We don't have a... Well, I guess we got... No, we've got some instants.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think we had a lot, but... I feel like that could be really good if I am pumping them up.
It is. It's also... Put yourself in a position where you're playing like a slower deck, right? And you get paired up with some super aggressive like red-white deck. This card actually saves your ass a lot by being able to trade with creatures with 2 toughness. So 3/2s and 4/2s and stuff like this. So even when you can't attack with it, it's better than like a 1/1 of an ability most of the time.
Right. If I were to play, if I attack, they block, and then I play an instant, does that negate the block?
No, once blockers are declared, you're considered blocked and you can't change that.
Right.
You could like swing with all of them and then cast the spell afterwards, but
before the blockers are declared.
Before the block, yeah, exactly. Shore Up is also just really solid. Like,
yeah.
I like that card. It's safe. It can win you a combat or 2.
Yeah, I might.
They're really perfectly fine.
I might do Shore Up.
Yeah, it's nice to have one.
Although I feel like being white, I'm going to have a lot of smaller creatures, so where I'm going to play that is pretty...
That's why I like it being 1 mana, though.
That's true.
Where you can, like, on turn 3, maybe play a 2-drop and a Shore Up if you need to.
I guess take the Timely Interference.
Yeah, sure, it's playable without the kicker. That card's doo-doo. Oh, shit. All right. Well, they give you some gas here, my friend.
I like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's expensive.
It is. It's not quite a win condition, but like it's certainly good for sure. That card's also kind of nutty.
Another target non-land permanent phases out. It can't phase in for as long as you control. Just destroy all creatures,
Hmm.
and it's read ahead, so you can start there.
Yes. I mean, for each creature killed that way, you do get a 2/2, and they get 2/2s as well. But it does take care of creatures with abilities, it takes care of big creatures. Late game, it deals with a lot of things. A really interesting use of this card is when you have a lot of 1/1 tokens, and then you cast this, and they turn into 2/2s.
Yeah.
So you get a level of advantage there. But you'd want to play what we would call like a spread. You would want to have a lot of creatures or small creatures or tokens in order to make that worthwhile. I think this card's solid. It's fine. But you have that flyer who I think is really good. And I also think Citizen's Arrest is excellent.
Or Citizen's Arrest. Yeah, that can be really good.
It's just functionally get rid of a creature in like 80% of games, you know?
Right.
But I gotta, like, the bird is very attractive. I'm not gonna lie. It's more fun, too. So, I don't know. What were you getting pulled towards?
I like that bird.
Yeah.
I just like that bird. I feel like I think it's just you got 2 wings, which is the right number. Um,
You hate those birds that are unbalanced.
yeah, you're flying around in circles, idiots. Uh, I do like this if I'm generating a lot of tokens, which it seems like I might end up being. Like you got stuff like,
Oh, that's a
maybe,
good point.
you know, and I've got a. I feel like I have. I guess I thought I had more white cards that were generating tokens, but maybe I've just seen them, and in my heart
Well,
they were mine.
you've got the channeler that makes a token, and you've got the cavalier that makes a token. So that's not too bad.
Right, but I
Um,
would probably want to lean into it because I would be expecting, um, if I was doing this, I would want to lean into it because that would be
you'd basically be needing to like dedicate yourself to any token card that comes up, even if it's kind of bad.
right.
Which I think is like it's a fun way to take a draft. But you know, the bird also does that for you, and you do already have some cheap instants. You know, let's say you play the bird and you leave mana up for a shore up or something. You've got to feel awesome.
Yeah, let's take the bird.
We're doing it. We're going bird to Bird Town, folks.
Stall for time. I don't hate. We got a flyer, 2/3 flyer.
Ooh, I like him.
Yeah.
Also got another lightning strike. It's interesting.
But I don't have a way to. I don't have a way to get the mana I need for that right now.
Not really, no. And Impulse is playable. Impulse is fine. You know, it plays well with your bird. Play that, find another instant. Suddenly you've got 2 birds.
I feel like I take the Drake though.
Good man. To me, it's not even a question. Bird's just good. Oh Lord, that card is banging.
The Geyser.
Yeah, love that thing. You got some removal, some card advantage, and some life gain all in one package.
What else we have? Just due diligence.
I don't hate the Jin, and I don't hate Artillery Blast either. I think Artillery Blast is definitely playable. Prancer X says, yeah, the convoluted token gambit seemed super fun, but it comes with so many contingencies. I agree with that, and having played this set a lot, I actually don't think the token deck is super well supported. But the spells deck is pretty well supported, so the bird, I think, was actually the right call.
Sweet. I knew
Are we
that.
taking the geyser?
Yeah, I think we're taking the geyser.
You just did the intuition. You were like, look at this bird, and now you're just good at card games.
There's another geyser.
Ooh. Oh, you've got some spicy options here, actually.
A 3/4 flying for 5.
Pretty solid by itself. That card is awesome.
Oh yeah. Like I have a feeling like this is probably going to end up free in a lot of cases.
In a lot of cases, yeah, play it 2 or 3. Or play it costs like 2 or 3. And if you're looking at a token deck, heroic charge is really, really important in that deck.
Oh yeah.
If you get a captain's call out, or say your knight makes 3 or 4 1/1s, suddenly a heroic charge is a game-ending situation. That said, the geyser is not bad. The angel is not bad either. Prancer X asks, is an angel a bird?
It is flying, yes.
The only things that fly are birds. That's science.
Yeah. You keep like calling them by their type, and it confuses me every time. I'm like, there's not a fucking angel card on here.
This is a hard pick, man. I don't know if there's an easy answer here.
I feel like if I have, how important is the? I guess that it's the trample is probably not important because especially if you're playing this with a token, like with tokens, because you're just trying to get as many of them out there as possible, and they're gonna all have 2/1, and they're not gonna be able to block them all. So who gives a shit if they're trampling?
Yeah, I think in the stats that you can view on, I don't remember the name of the website now. This is like the least kicked card in the set. This is the card that's played with kicker that does not get kicked. I've never played the kicker on it, even in a red-white deck, because you just don't need it.
I'd probably take heroic charge.
I can hear an argument for that. I think the Vanguard is super good. Or not the Vanguard, the Phalanx, the one that gets cheaper. I love playing that because it's a card that really plays well off of each other. But I think either pick's actually really good. I think the Geyser's really good too. You basically have 3 great choices here.
I'm paralyzed by choice. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, so let's try to do a little mathematics here. What's the most expensive card? The one that you're least likely to cast?
Technically the Phalanx, but it would be cheap. Like the whole point of that card would be for it to be cheap.
Probably. I think on average I've paid 3 or 4 for it. The Geyser, you're probably paying 3 most of the time. The kicker's pretty incidental. And the charge is a 4-drop. You don't have any 4-drops. There's space to have some. Maybe you grabbed some just to fill out that part of your curve. It does do a unique thing that other things in your deck don't do, which is turn those tokens into a scary deal. You can also just flip a coin, honestly.
I'm gonna go for the heroic charge.
Let's do it. Okay. I like this. We're leaning in aggro. Now that we're back in white-blue, you can play the Tolarian Terror again.
I can. This beachfront would be nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Let me see what else we got here. When one counter on target creature gains... Oh, another take up the shield.
Second one's not as good, though.
Right.
I love that boy.
What
It's pretty
if?
darn good.
What if I took a Talarian Terror?
You are in a two-color deck. Like the dual lands are nice, but it's not like.
Yeah.
I love that it makes a toilet sound when you pick it. Card's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
it's gonna do me 2 damage.
3 usually actually. It's
Hey.
X plus 1.
Oh, a +1. Okay, yeah, yeah.
That's a weird one.
I mean, but it's that or the Mana Walker or Worker.
And the mana worker's fine. Like actually, I'm gonna pick the mana worker. Like we don't have a lot of 2 drops, and it's got a big butt, so it can block pretty okay.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a few of those on the ground when you are playing a deck heavy in flyers, because you're gonna want to attack with those flyers constantly.
I had that in my last deck.
That was a good little deck card there.
It was fine. It never did anything for me in any of the games that I played.
It was a little expensive. This is like a, I don't know. This is a pretty minimal choice.
Probably another Destroy Evil.
Either that or take the drawbridge, just because you don't have a lot of cheap creatures yet.
Oh, you can tap a creature with it.
Yeah, it's not like amazing, but it's okay.
Yeah, I'll probably forget that I can do that.
Hey, we get rewarded for not taking the phalanx. Free phalanx.
Tokens?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I didn't look at the blue though.
It's fine.
Yeah, tokens.
Tokens. Honestly, not a bad card.
I mean, it's kind of my only choice here.
It also draws you a card. So in a deck with the bird where you want to play a bunch of instants and sorceries, that's going to find you more instants and sorceries.
So this is where it's confusing. Is draw a card part of the kicker?
No. Only the part that says if this spell was kicked is part of the kicker. So
But that other card, like when this came up last time, that other card I don't believe had the text if the spell was kicked.
Oh, it should. If it doesn't, it should.
I'm probably wrong on that, but
So if you play this without the kicker, it's just tap 2 target creatures and draw a card, which is not like amazing, but let's say you're late in the game, they're low on life, you want to push through their defenses. There are certainly reasons why it would work.
yeah. I mean, compared to my other choices here.
Mostly it's just bird food at this point. You just want to play like useful instants and sorceries that draw you cards or do things.
There's
Sure.
my Artillery Blast.
Yeah, nobody. Oh my god, nobody is in this white blue deck. So you read the winds well, my friend. You're a wind man.
Another Artillery Blast.
Jesus. Oh, Planeswalker. Okay.
I mean, it's not really for me, but
No, it's very good though. Probably not. I don't think it's good enough to shift into double red because double red is so rough.
okay. So we can create 3 tokens. We got another Heroic Charge. This Cavalier. I already have a Cavalier, don't I? Let's see what it does here.
Makes you a token.
Another Enlist.
I like it. I like because it's cheap. It's only 3. Let's say you don't have a creature to play on turn 2. I feel really safe on turn 3 if I play one of those because I've got 2 blockers.
Sick.
No. What the fuck is that noise?
And then we got literally like the same. Well, I guess no. This card's different, but I've already got too many of those.
That's true.
I
There's a new blue card.
have 2 Cavaliers already. What's this guy? What's this piece of shit?
This piece of shit. Fuck this fucking merfolk.
Yeah, piece.
We don't respect him around here.
This goddamn jackass. Look at the X cards of your library. We put one of those cards on top and the rest in the bottom. Oh. I mean, yeah, probably it, right? At this point, since I've got You take another Cavalier?
Because it's making tokens, right? Like, the more token makers we have, the better for us. The blue card does not get us a token.
Making one.
Yeah, that's okay. That's a good thing.
Listen,
Oh, fuck it. I wish we could take that red-white card right there, because that is so good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Anytime you enlist, you get a token. But you know what? The rest of your options kind of suck here, so if we wheel a dual land, maybe it's playable.
I mean, I've got negate.
You've got negate. The only white card here is very blah. I don't like any of the land. Like, we don't need that land.
So it's between Baird and the negate.
Or what is the white 2-drop? The Juniper Order.
I mean, yeah.
It's fine. It's whatever, but like if you look at our 2s, we don't have a lot of 2s. So that is important to keep in mind.
We don't?
No, because none of those red cards are getting played.
Oh, right. Fuck.
And negate is not going to be a creature, which is important. Take up the shield, destroy evil, artillery blast. None of those are creatures. So we're going to want to have some 2s. Like, they don't have to be good or exciting 2s. They just need to exist. Hey, how about that blue-white that we're getting rewarded?
Ooh, it is blue-white. What is this? I like that.
Oh, that's stupid, bro. Think about the tokens. Like, that second ability is going to be a nightmare.
Oh, yeah. It's cheap, too.
Mm-hmm. Peace out to our turtle, bro. Yeah. Oh, is that a second Tolarian Terror I see?
It is. But tokens.
But what makes tokens? Instants and sorceries, baby.
Right, so this makes 4 tokens.
I think the Captain's Call was the other pick. I'd probably take the call at this point. But honestly, I don't hate the Terror. It never costed that much. It was always like 4 or 5,
Oh, I see what you're saying. Because we're going to be spending... Yeah. Yeah.
But, like, Captain's Call is also pretty good in this deck.
I do already have... I guess I do already have a Captain's Call also.
I think the Terror gives you more for your money, frankly. That's right. Flush him up, my boy.
Vigilance and Enlist.
I like that.
Another Geyser, which we have 2 currently.
The Enlist guy's got big defense too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 1-3. That's pretty solid.
We already have 2 Vanguards.
Sure. Second Heroic Charge wouldn't be bad. But there's also the turtle. There's the Hot Tub Turtle.
We don't have a Hot Tub Turtle, actually.
We crushed with that thing last time.
Did we?
It just sat there and scried for you, like, multiple games.
That's true.
It's fine. Honestly, the Heroic Charge is probably better because we've leaned in on the token so hard. I'm never going to be anti-turtle.
But it's a Hot Tub Turtle!
Yeah, he's just hanging out. He's got birds. He's cool as hell.
Oh my god. This is a real Sophie's Choice.
Yeah, do you accept the turtle into your heart or not?
I mean, I've already accepted the turtle as my personal Lord and Savior. Counter target non-creature. I don't know why I have to read negate every time. I know what negate does. I'm conflicted because I know you're going to tell me to go Heroic Charge.
If you're telling me I need a turtle, I won't disagree with you.
But
it's a 2/5. It stabilizes the ground like crazy. If you're trying to win the game by flying over or using removal, it's pretty good. Like, I've played turtles. I'm not ashamed to play turtles. Fuck, I'll play a 2/4 for 4. I don't care. If my deck is flying, I don't care. It's not where I'm getting the work done.
We got a turtle.
That's right. That's correct. That's the right... Oh, shit. Runic Shot is great.
Oh yeah, I like that. And we can still get a heroic charge.
You see what our uncommon is? This is bullshit.
I know. I know. I had so much fun playing Tatiova. That won me some games.
She's beefy. What do you think here? This is a hard pick.
I only have the one heroic charge. I feel like I've got multiple captain's calls right now.
You've only got one.
Oh shit.
But you do have 3 Cavaliers, which all make tokens.
That's true.
And your bird makes tokens too.
Yeah, let's do it.
God
God
all
damn
the
it.
heroic charges.
God damn it. I could have just taken the tokens. That's that same shit.
Yeah, none of these are good. You have so many artillery blasts.
2.
You could get take a heroic charge. Yeah, double negate, baby. At least cutting this deck will be easy.
We spent so long debating the Tidepool Turtle or heroic charge, and both of them came up multiple times afterwards. Which the lesson that you should take away from this is when you're drafting, just fucking click on one. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, take the turtle.
Don't worry about what you take. It just take them all. It doesn't matter.
You know, if you're asking what's going to help me win here, the answer is simple: closing your eyes, putting yourself on a sandy beach where you're sitting inside a turtle and you're chilling and you're relaxed, and that's the correct mind state to be in. So I feel like this is actually going to be pretty easy to deck build, because start with just cutting cards you don't want to run, and that's going to take care of a lot of that thinning for you.
Wait, what do I have in here that's green? Oh, get out of here. The timely interference wasn't great, right?
It's fine. It draws you a card, it plays well with the bird, but it doesn't really do much else. Solid C.
Do I have too many Cavaliers?
No. The dead chicken just linked to an FDA website. Turtles commonly contaminated with salmonella.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're in a hot tub, that sterilizes it. That's just science. You can slurp all the turtle juice you want. You're healthy. It's probably good for your skin or something.
Do we kill the ether channeler?
I'd keep it.
You keep it?
I think I'd cut like the Cleaving Skyrider or
Where's
the Stall for Time in the 3s.
Oh, yeah.
I'd probably go down to 1 turtle and cut maybe 1 heroic charge.
I'm okay with cutting the heroic charge. All right, we're running 1 turtle.
Let me put it this way. You either cut a turtle or you cut a Turlarian Terror.
Oh, yeah, fuck the turtle. Now, if they made a Tolarian Terror that had a hot tub on its back, my God.
Sorry, guys. I'm down at the resort where I get to sleep inside a big worm. There's some stuff you can cut in your 2s, I think, as well.
Yeah, I'm looking at my 2s right now. I think these artillery blasts are okay.
Get them out of here.
Both of them?
Yeah, you can always add one back in later if you need it, but like Runic Shot does that same thing, but like 10 times better.
Yeah.
Prancer says, don't lick your turd. Again, he's sterilized. He's cool. Like, you don't need to worry about him.
We're gonna cut 7 cards. I don't even feel like I have that many cards. Can we get rid of this dual land?
For sure.
I want to keep everything I have. Maybe not. Maybe not this druid.
I don't think you need that. You probably don't need the second take up the shield. Or if you do, I would cut the shore up. They do kind of the same thing, although I think take up the shield is better, even though it's more expensive.
Not by much.
I mean, indestructible and hexproof are really not that different. They still just like save you from removal. And take up the shield is slightly better in a fight.
Well, indestructible also saves you from combat damage, right?
Mm-hmm. Where hexproof doesn't necessarily do that. Like shore up's fine, but the real nice part of take up the shield is that you can use it to protect something or push damage through.
I'm gonna leave it at that for now. We can pull it back out.
Probably kill the double negate. I don't think you need either of those. Or maybe even the coral colony. Like, you don't have any walls.
Oh, right, shit. My problem is I forget what all the cards do.
Yeah, usually you have to go one by one, but like this deck is it's kind of building itself, you know? We don't really have to think too hard here.
We still have to get rid of 2 cards.
The Dead Chicken says Salmonella is the new Botox. Botox is botulism anyway. Hop on in that turd. The man speaks truth.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, the chicken speaks truth. What do you think? What's going through the gearbox here?
I was trying to remind my brain how to read. So it costs 1 less. I'm like 2.5 old fashions deep right now, not gonna lie.
Oh fuck. I wish I knew we were drinking. I could use one. I'll be right back.
Yeah. All right, now that June's gone, I'm gonna add in and add that tide pool turtle back in. Mods are asleep post tide pool turtles. All right, what am I getting rid of? Chat. You tell me, because I don't know at this point. I get rid of this drawbridge maybe, but I like tapping creatures.
Hey, you didn't do anything to those turtles while I was gone, were you?
No, you got wireless headphones. Oh shit! Abort! 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 Weird. I had 42 cards when you left and 43 when you got back. What happened?
Oh man, you're going in the all turtle strategy.
Yeah.
It's a brave move. Brave. I appreciate your creativity.
I got 4 turtles. Call it my Saturday morning deck.
There is a Ninja Turtle card
That's excellent.
that has the creature type Ninja Turtle.
Okay, I am at a loss for what to get rid of. I feel like I don't need 3 Cavaliers, but you tell me.
I would feel like maybe dumping the Clockwork Drawbridge. It's fine, but I don't think it's doing a ton for you. And I might cut one of the Take Up the Shields or maybe the Tolarian Geysers. I think Tolarian Geyser is better than Take Up the Shield, but like your 3s really do outweigh your 2s and 1s here. So there's an argument to be made for keeping the cheaper spin. Ultimately, I like what you have there. I think you'll be fine.
All right, let's do it.
Let's try. This isn't an amazing deck or anything, but I think it can win. Drinking gin and lime spindrift, I guess.
Hell yeah.
That's what was in the freezer. Oh, it's in gamer vision, baby. Look at he's flipping them. He's flipping them.
All right, let's see. Let's see. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a good hand, huh?
Yep.
Let's go. Oh, the audience knows. Jaime says those tech deck skills, though.
That's a pro strat. You'll see the pros do that a lot. Turn 1 land.
Hi, Mr. Cat. Jaime says all my MTG strats stopped working circa 2001. No, they still print slivers sometimes.
So I've got this guy now, but I'm trying to feeling like I need to hold him.
I think that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Just because it's early game and they're gonna have removal options, but they're only holding 2 cards, so maybe not. I don't know.
I think that honestly, there's a case for either, but I'd probably play the Cavalier just to like get the board nice and filled out.
Right.
Because like, look at your Phalanx now. It's suddenly super cheap and affordable.
Oh yeah, fair.
And in fact, if you played Wrath next turn, it would make the Phalanx then cost 2, but I guess you'd have to draw another Plains for that. Yes, my cat son? What are you... Dude, come on. Oh, you little oaf.
Oh my god, choose what you're gonna do, my dude.
Why must you do this to my sweaters? You got some options here.
I'm gonna probably play the Phalanx, right?
I think so, yeah. He's like a baby Talarian Terror.
Yeah.
As to whether or not your attack, I think that's like 50-50. Sending the Cavalier in for 3 doesn't sound terrible.
Oh, with Enlist, right? I keep forgetting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. That I constantly do.
Yeah, me too.
Do it. Do it.
Oh, shit. They're paying for that. Okay.
I guess why wouldn't they?
In case they had other stuff in their hand they were going to do. That was probably a misstep on my part.
So are we like lightning strike in their hand? What's happening here?
They're hoping that you're going to trade off with your Phalanx, and when that Berserker dies, it does 3 damage to whatever it wants. So honestly, the best thing here is to let it hit you for 3, and then play the Runic Shot next turn, so that you can kill it when it has 1 power and will only be able to deal 1 damage to something.
Fair.
If you end up drawing a planes or... Oh, hey, okay. That card looks pretty darn good right now, frankly.
With this guy?
Yeah, I mean, all of those options sound good in the position we're in.
Am I playing this as well as the runic shot?
What do you think? Do you want to get rid of that Berserker or not? Are you worried about 3 every turn?
I do, honestly.
Okay. Well, it's worth keeping in mind then. I'd say runic shotting it wouldn't be bad.
Okay.
I don't know if I would kick the runic shot, so I could keep mana up for the channeler though. Your token is going to end up eating shit here, I think. And the real question is whether or not you're going to attack with that Phalanx. I think you probably do.
Am I just going for the token here?
I think you could go for the token. Either the token or the draw. But I like the token. Yeah, I think that's right. Apparently the most annoying cat in the world tonight. Rude little man.
So I don't have the mana to do anything with this.
No, but you could probably play it and be fine. I think they're at the point where if they had removal, they probably would have blown it on the Phalanx.
That's true.
Whether or not, like, do you want to swing the Phalanx here? You're basically asking to trade with the Root Walla, or you're baiting out a combat trick. You could also enlist with your Benelish guy, and enlist the Phalanx so that the Benelish guy's hitting for 5.
Yeah.
If he blocks that with anything, we're pretty happy. So if he ends up paying for this, this is actually quite a good thing for us, because it means he doesn't have shit else. And there's what shit else looks like.
Nice.
So now he's basically empty-handed. You know that he's empty-handed. He's peeling off the top. Whatever he has to play is whatever he's drawing every turn. So you know kind of what he's dealing with and what his strategy is now.
So probably no reason to block because he's just going to pay for it.
Exactly. And as soon as you stick a Tolarian Terror, that thing is nothing. But honestly, if that's like all he's going to do with his mana, that's fine by us. We've got stuff to play.
Really would like to get another Plains anytime.
That'd be nice. Probably the Phalanx and the Bird. Once we get them down to a low enough type... Oh, that thing's pretty damn good. Turtle! Turtle! Turtle!
Hell yeah! Right
We're getting in the
on,
tub,
brother.
baby! We're getting in the tub! It's tub time.
Just bird, right?
He doesn't have the mana to turn his Root Wall on.
But he's got a 4/4 on the board now. He doesn't. That
Right.
I'd love for him to trade. You're right.
Exactly. You would love for him to trade that. And he might also double block with the 2 smaller guys, but I think that getting the Root Wall out of the way is actually nice.
Oh my god!
Really? Really?
What? Metal Mario?
It's gonna do the job. That's gonna get us a big bird. Probably just with the one bird, right?
Yeah.
Be safe. War life total is actually pretty safe right now, but... a nice draw. You could try to triple block it here, or you could just eat it.
What do you
But
think?
the nice thing about that... Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I know I was asking what you thought, and you started to tell me.
Right, so obviously if you combine that turtle with enough power to kill it, right, which is 6, then the turtle's going to soak up a lot of that damage, so you're pretty much guaranteed that at least the turtle stays alive. I think I'd actually take the damage here, because being at 7 is not that scary for me. Hell yeah.
I would love to get another planes, though, at any point.
Mm-hmm. I think that's right.
Oh, I don't. Okay, I was checking to see if I had enough for a scry, and I don't.
The ever useful, ever versatile turtle. Honestly, right now on this board, he's doing a ton of work.
I mean, now I gotta block with something.
Let's throw the 1/1 in front of him. If he has something that's instantly going to win him the game or whatever, it's going to kill you anyway.
That's fair.
There's not really much we can do about that. Good card. Hey!
Hey!
Hey! Guess what time it is, baby? He's back. The Toilet Man himself, the Tolarian Terror.
Wait a minute. Is that...
He can block 3.
He can block 3, which, so if everything else is 1/1. So he's gonna block the beefiest thing. So he's gonna block that, that, that. So I'd have a 2...
That's probably lethal, honestly.
You think so?
I think so.
Because I'm done if it's not.
No, it's true. Actually, your stuff all gets vigilance. It'll be fine. Attack with everything. The bird's getting through, so he's down to 5. That leaves only 2 creatures that need to get through in order to be lethal, and he just cannot block them all. He's got nothing in hand. Woo!
There we go.
That was a tight squeeze. I mean, I guess I felt pretty safe the whole time, but we did need to trade some life there.
Yeah, I mean, it pained me to have 2 Tolarian Terrors in my hand and not play either one, but...
Fuck that. The real Tolarian Terror is that turtle.
Where'd my
Like, that...
There it is. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, we got time. We got time.
I got time for another one. Let's go, baby. Oh, he's got time for more ollies too, folks.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
I can do it. I did one this morning. All right. I don't like this at all. That's a bad hand.
It's a really bad hand. I'd probably dump that. Okay, this is better.
It's not great.
It's not great, but I believe the stat is like 70 to 80% of the time you draw your 3rd land by the 3rd turn. So it's how much gambling you want to do, basically.
What am I dumping in my...
Unfortunately, probably the Tolarian Terror.
Yeah. This game sucks.
That's why we played 2. There's our 3rd land. We're in a good place. The Cavalier will stabilize that board real quick. Okay, that's an even better draw. I actually like our hand quite a bit now.
I dare you to play something.
Do it, babe.
Idiot.
It's just a 2/3 with menace at this point in time. And for the list, or for the chat, menace means it has to be blocked by 2 or more creatures.
Can do.
The Cavalier just does so much. Makes the Phalanx cheaper. Let you block this obnoxious dude. Although, honestly, it's not worth the block.
Ow.
Alright, one thing to keep in mind here. They have 3 mana up, and 2 of them are blue. This is known as representing a counterspell. You should go forward in this turn understanding that whatever you play might get countered. What's the most disposable thing in your hand?
Captain's Call?
Either the Call or the Tolarian Geyser, I think. The Tolarian Geyser's nice, it's fine. You could bounce their Beltovian Atrocity, draw a card, and attack, and that would be a good turn. But the Call, I think you probably want to keep, and plays well with that Wrath you have.
Probably kick it, right? Why not?
Absolutely. If he's just going to counter it anyway, who cares? Fuck it, we're balling. Oh, and look who shows up to the party. Doing the Birdman hand rub where you just like... This deck's actually playing out better than the last one. You could kill that thing for 4 with your Destroy Evil. Alternately, you could play your Captain's Call and then your Argivian Phalanx. That would be my plays, at least.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah, okay. Yeah. I keep forgetting about the cost reduction. Mm-hmm. So I was not expecting that to come out this turn.
Now your Wrath is just like a time bomb. With that many tokens in play.
Yeah.
Oh, he's scared.
What do you think?
I'm just eating it.
Yeah. I'm afraid to eat damage. Like
life is a resource. It's like, don't be afraid to spend it. So one thing that's interesting here is all of their mana is tapped out. Meaning if you wanted to just kill that thing, there's nothing they can do about it. On the other hand, you could put some stuff down pretty easily, because Giving Cavalier and Wrath could be put out on the same turn.
It's true.
I think, which represents a scarier threat than to them, basically. Yeah, I'd probably play the 2 creatures, now that I'm thinking about it. You can kill that thing anytime. And plus, you get to swing this turn and deal some damage, like real damage, so... Yeah, next turn is scary for them. If I'm like playing against you, I don't want to see your board.
Yeah, because I've got enough for this.
Uh-huh. And even if you don't, like, what is one blocker going to do if you're just hitting for 6 every turn?
Well, I don't have enough if I destroy it, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Not for lethal, but like as a game of attrition, they're probably only going to play 1 or 2 creatures on their turn. You're still going to... Okay, he's just fucking dead. That's just drawing a card. That's all that is. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. It's
What?
asking you that because it has ward, and ward means you have to pay extra if you're targeting.
Oh, nope. He's done.
You just pulled like a deck of cards, baby. Woo! That's great. You stomped on him so quick we might even have time for another game.
Yeah, I think so.
How's the token strategy feel?
It's good. It's good. I feel like I didn't realize I was still on my tech deck cam, but since we're here,
Might as well.
come on.
If you see this man coming to your town,
Damn it.
be warned, he will tech deck over your head. He will ollie over your car. You cannot escape this.
What do we think? What are we thinking here?
I think we can play most of these cards in your hand, so I keep... It's not great, don't get me wrong, but we've got, like, stuff. Got stuff to do. And the dead chicken said, owned. I agree, you own that, dude.
Or is that owned because I kickflipped my tech deck off the desk?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That does feel like a Tony Hawk level insult. This hand is just, like, straight up good now that you've drawn this land. That card is very good. Hell yeah, baby. Really? Really?
What did he exile? I missed it.
You're 1/3 with enlist.
Okay.
That's strange to me. That's not something I would blow that card on. So here's an interesting thing to consider before you do anything.
Mm-hmm.
If you let's say you attack with your Argivian Cavalier.
Yeah.
If you play Take Up the Shield, you will trade with that card on the board.
Will I trade even though I'm indestructible?
Well, no, you won't even trade. What I mean is you'll be able to kill it. That's probably more accurate.
That was my plan.
Yeah. So I would say swing it first and attack with it, represent all the open mana, make them think about whether to block. And you might just get in for free damage. You know, you never know.
Are you sure?
Got your little dude, I guess. It'll leave you like Take Up the Shield or Destroy Evil mana, so that's probably a good thing. Oh, and Destroy Evil actually does kill Citizen's Arrest as well.
Oh, right.
A good card.
I want this terror.
It's close.
I'm probably not doing anything, or am I going to swing? Probably swing again.
I think I'd swing with the Cavalier and maybe even enlist this time. Like, if you enlist that 1/1 token, you'll still have a pretty decent blocker. Pretty sure he's gonna give it to you, though.
Nope.
Really? Okay, they might be burning a combat trick here too, but that's okay.
Because I
Neither
got...
of you are afraid.
Yeah.
Well, actually, what if he's just offering you this trade? Are you going to take it?
I mean, it seems like he is, because now I'm to pass for damage, right? Why would I?
You're passing to them. Like, they still have the ability to play a card if they want to play a card. But,
right where it says next to damage? Isn't that just
Mhm.
going to cause? Isn't that just going to do the damage?
it will, but the defender does get a chance to respond before damage happens.
Probably not, right? Like, why would I take the trade?
I would take the trade because they might have a combat trigger in their hand or something. Or they have the opportunity to pump them, and then you could just kill it with Destroy Evil and not have to burn anything.
That's fair.
But I mean, I pick up the shield's probably fine here.
No, I like the Destroy Evil.
Okay. It may not work, right? It may just be a fair trade, but... See, they're thinking about it here. I actually think that's a very good trade. Yeah, that's nice. That card can get out of control, and you've got a terror coming up, so you have a win condition.
I'd say a block with this, right?
It's got Death Touch, so you'd be giving up that...
Even
that
with
thing.
Indestructible?
Ooh, yeah, actually, no, yeah, I would take that. That's a good point. I'd take that.
So, now do I click this one blocker and then...
You will get a chance to cast that after you declare the blocker. Yeah,
Okay.
You're good.
Which is now?
Yep.
Okay.
Just point it at that little robot man. The nice thing about Take Up the Shield is even if they have something to play, like, you're never going to lose your guy.
I like that turn.
That was nice. It's the trickiness of playing a blue deck, but it feels good when you pull it off. Let's go, baby! I hope this thing doesn't get killed, like, instantly. But honestly, like, now that you have the counter on your Golem, you're swinging for 3 every turn. That's pretty good.
Yeah, there's the Destroy Evil.
Instantly. Love your hand, though. Like, it's gonna do some work here. Mm-hmm. So drawing one of those pump spells, the team pump spells, the two, I don't remember what it's called. It's just a game ender now, now that you have those tokens on board. Oh, this son of a bitch! Using our own tech against us.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. They're 1/1s trade with our 1/1s, so, you know, it's all good.
They don't trade with our turtle!
They don't do shit to that turtle!
Oh my god, and then we can scry at the end of their turn?
Yeah, and leave up mono for Destroy Evil in case they play something cool. I think you got a swing here, right? You're gonna lose 1 token, basically. Maybe 2 if you trade with the other token.
Am I swinging with all the tokens?
I probably would, yeah.
Alright. Do it, coward.
Taking their little token off the board is a good thing for us at this point in time. Just, like, minimize how many creatures they have, leave them scrambling so that the only thing they really can do is play creatures. Our best play here is if they drop some, like, crazy, like, 4/4 or 5/5 for 6 mana, then we just murk it. That chicken said, I have scryed and seen probable ownage. We're about to do that with this turtle. Guaranteed.
Might as well just do it now, right?
Yeah, I think so. They've got cards in their hand, but, like, so what? Let's go, baby. We know what that guy does. I gotta say, Mike, every time we've drawn or had that bird, it's felt pretty good. Like, you have mana up for Destroy Evil to make a token if you need to, too. That's pretty great.
Yeah, that's good.
So what do you think here? Maybe swing with the golem and the turtle?
Yeah. That feels good to me.
Mm-hmm. Double block the turtle!
What?
They are terrified of that turtle.
Okay.
They don't want none. So I think if they don't play anything worth Destroy Eviling this turn, I would just destroy their Citizen's Arrest. Or just watch them fold, baby! Woo! Clean that shit up. This deck is kind of sick, Mike.
Yeah, this is actually working out. I like it.
It's really low to the ground, but...
How are you feeling? Because I can keep going.
Let's hit it, baby. I haven't had a drink in about 3 months, so...
Yeah, I am exactly in the same boat, so it...
Are we floating?
It hit me quick.
I had a very stressful deposition today, so I'm just going to, like, drink and then probably pass out on the couch.
What do you think about this much land?
It's iffy. I mean, I like the
these are-
Tolarian Geyser for finding us cards, so I think we'll probably be okay.
So you'd keep it?
I'd keep it.
Alright.
I'd keep it, but, like, it's a coin flip. Pyro Prometheus says, Turtle power? Cowabunga. It's pizza time. Big Apple, 3 a.m.
They were very afraid of that turtle.
They risked it all for the turtle. So the fact that we don't have any creatures sucks, but like Runic Shot, Tolarian Geyser are both like ways of ensuring that we just don't die early.
Oh my god, and then we draw Destroy Evil. What the fuck?
So this is where I think Tolarian Geyser is actually better than it looks, because we can just use it to dig. You know what I mean? Like, if we just want to try to find a second card, or a new card, or dig for a creature, Tolarian Geyser puts them back by about 1 turn, and draws us that card.
Should I do that now?
Sure. I think there's an argument to save it when there's a bigger threat, but, like, we have cards in our hand to deal with that kind of stuff. That's nice to know we have, right? Like, suddenly we have a board. Captain's Call puts that Tolarian Terror very close, too.
Oh, sure.
I think we were right to keep this hand. This is not bad at all. That chicken said that was a fun little turn. Yeah, for sure. I'm just not worried about their board right now, you know? Oh, what a draw! What an awesome card. I think I would play the Terror, but...
Oh, I can play the Terror. Shit.
Yeah, he's cheap now. And he can swing. I don't like that they're 5-color, but usually those 5-color decks are a little slower, too. The problem is they tend to win, like, a really long game. No, our boy! They massacred our boy!
Wow. Hope they feel good about that.
Well, you have enough to Runic Shot that, that 1/3, so I'll take care of that.
Are we scrying here?
Absolutely. We have a lot of mana, and we can afford to play stuff this turn, so... You know what, Mike? You deserve it.
Yeah?
Prancer said ivermectin. I think I keep the geyser. What do you think?
Yeah.
That chicken said they think they've won, but they don't know about that turtle. We got an ace.
Slapping the shit out of him with these 1/1s.
Mm-hmm. Alafia in the old says, "Hello, peeps. Are we doing draft still? We are. We drafted our blue-white deck that we're working with here, and Mike has already stomped 2 games already. We're looking for that 3rd dub. That is such a funny play.
To put it back in the hand again?
Yeah.
What does that leave me with if I kick?
It leaves you enough for Destroy Evil, so I think that's probably good. Oh, hell yeah. It feels great to kill someone with, like, the worst creatures ever. Like, if I would show you, like, Argivian Phalanx or, like, cards that have 1/1s, you'd be like, who gives a shit? But the beauty of draft is that, like, these cards get to shine here.
That's true. Yeah, that's why I almost feel like I would just exclusively want to play draft.
So I have been exclusively playing draft for the past 6 years or so.
Wait, what happened there?
They killed... Oh, they had you discard your hand.
Alright.
So this is tricky now, but obviously I think you just attack with the 4/4, and they're either going to take it or get rid of their great lifelink here, which I don't think they'll do. Oh, I'm going to miss this format. This format rocks. Oh, fuck. That thing is annoying.
I would love to have a geyser right about now.
Oh, that's almost as good. I don't think it actually wins us the game here, unfortunately, but it's so nice to have in our back pocket. We need them to, like, start swinging in order to win with that card.
Yeah, this is trample. Okay, but I can eat it. Okay. We need them to swing
just...
before they put too much other shit out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But look at their hand, too. Like, you know that they only have 2 cards. One of them is a 1/1 flyer. If they pay the kicker, it's a 3/3 flyer, but that's not really going to matter. Yep, that's fine. That's a perfectly fine thing to do. Jaime says, some friends have been playing Tiny Leaders, and I think they may join them. I've never played Tiny Leaders, but it's very interesting to me. I love Commander, so...
Oh! Wait a minute. Does Heroic Charge win us now? Win it now?
You'd have to successfully block that Phyrexian Missionary. I think.
Oh, because of lifelink?
Yeah.
But they still get lifelink even if it hits a creature.
No, that's true. That's true. The question is whether or not you block it, really. Probably worth it.
Okay.
They had it. That's fine. We gotta respect that. Like, we're not done yet. It's not good, but we're not done yet. Calafian the Old says, Commander feels like reading a novel to play. Much respect to those that play it. That's true. Commander is like talking to the really obnoxious guy at the record store. But it is a wonderful format if you have the experience with it. And if you want to try something similar, I think Brawl on Magic Arena is actually really good right now. And if I am going to play Constructed, I will probably play Brawl or French Commander, which is one-on-one.
I'm a bit worried about this game.
I think there's a chance we could lose here, for sure. I'm not sure if we swing here. I don't think we do, yeah. Yeah, we don't really have the edge. I'm thinking they swing with everything. We play heroic charge. Oh, they didn't swing with their lifelinker.
And they have nothing in their hand.
Right. But we have to block it. Like, if we just eat this shit, we're dead. I like that. I like that. I think we can do that.
I can't kick, so I'm not even sure why it gives me the option.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just- that's
I
like-
could have used the mana walker or worker.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm not sure
So I
why
think
keep
we block-
calling
The Mana Walker?
Yeah. Do I block?
All Walker.
I'd have to do all 3 here and then block the flyer.
But I think you do. I think that's a trade you make. The reality is, like, we've got nothing else, but neither do they, right?
Yeah.
So now we're in stalemate mode. We can't really afford to attack. If we double block, we kill their thing, so they don't really have room to attack either unless they draw something. We need some draws. We need some gas, folks. We need the propane tank.
It's gonna be a fucking island. Here it comes.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I know how this
We got a
game works.
premonition.
I've played this before. They're gonna probably swing with both now.
Maybe, yeah. If they do, though, like, you'll eat that Phyrexian Missionary all day.
Yeah.
It doesn't have enough to kill your Drake, and that's the important thing here. That's very annoying. Yo! So, I don't know what you're thinking here, but I'm pretty sure we just draw the card. I like the board.
Yeah, it's nice to have blockers.
Oh, yeah.
Wish that Drake was a little beefier. They'd start swinging with it.
Yeah. I do like the 3 toughness on it, though. Like, it makes a better blocker than most flyers usually do. I'm pretty sure we just hold tough here. The fuck does that thing do? Oh, it's like draws you a land or draws you a card or something. Okay, so this Radha guy
Oh my god.
gives their power as a bonus to another thing that's attacking. So you want to kill Raha however you block. Get rid of that thing. And you could probably take the 6, honestly. Because I don't think losing either of those really high-quality blockers is worth it.
Okay.
Not ideal, but, like, we're both top-decking at this point in time, so...
Oh my god!
That sucks. Fuck.
I feel like after a certain point, like posturing with cards in my hand doesn't work anymore because like, okay, you have 3 and you haven't played anything in this situation. They're all land. We know what you've got.
What do you think? Trade the Drake with the thing here or no?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Extend it in any way we can right now.
That's a draw. We can do something with this boy. Calafia says, damn, GG's. And the Dead Chicken says, huge tracts of land. Well, that ain't gonna do nothing other than draw some land.
I do like that they're not holding it to bluff. I appreciate that personally.
Yeah, it's respectful. I think they're trying to thin their deck, but honestly, that's not
Turt,
Let's
Turt,
go! Let's go!
Turt. I think
You know what time it is.
Instantly scry, right?
Let's go. Yeah, exactly. To swag on them.
Terror! Terror!
Mike! If we pull this shit out...
Do I swing with the 3, or am I gonna wait?
I think you swing. You got a turtle. I think it's not easy to take off a board. Keep in mind, like, we don't know what they have, and they're only getting what they draw, so...
Oh
that thing's pretty fucking good. Like, we'll have to hang back for that. Never mind. Our problems are solved. Get that out of here. That weak shit off my track.
So what's my scoop?
Gotta scry.
Oh, I can scry again.
Scry again, right? Yeah. That's gonna do the job?
Am I still swinging with the Sky Knight?
I think so. I mean, it's risky. You could stay back if you don't feel safe, but...
I mean, I don't feel safe with 2 HP.
Yeah. I would swing with the bird here, but I totally understand if you wouldn't feel comfortable doing that.
I mean, it's a video game.
That's true. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Prancer says, after months of drought, finally big boy season arrives.
Ugh, same for them too. What the fuck? But we're gonna keep just filling the board with fodder.
All we want to do at this point in time is just draw more Argivian Cavaliers. That's a pretty good draw too, though. Honestly.
Keep it. I mean, I better than a land that's probably underneath it.
I think you can actually... You have the mana to play it and pump in the same turn, so I would probably say yeah.
Should I throw this land out? Probably. I can wait till next turn.
Yeah, you can wait till next turn. I think you swing with the bird, though.
I like that. Make him sweat a little bit.
Well, he's dead next turn if he doesn't have an answer. Does that bird have enlist?
It does not.
Okay. Well, yeah. I think he's dead next turn if we don't have an answer either way. He's guaranteed to take 4 damage in the air from the bird. Haste Kicker.
Yeah, that's a sick card, though.
That's your boy.
That's my boy. I almost concede just for drawing that card. Hell yeah.
The thing is, I don't think this is a super safe tap for them. Like, yeah, I think they're swinging because they don't have anything else. So this is going to be scary because they're going to get pumped, but just make the smartest blocks you can.
Okay. What has trample?
Nothing. None of their things have trample, so you can chump whatever you want. You have to block the guy with menace.
With 2.
Yeah. I would probably block with the Tolarian Terror in such a way that it doesn't die. Which I think is the missionaries are only option. And then we have to give up our other 2 as well.
Which doesn't matter at this point which one's which.
No, not at all. They don't really have a way to push damage through, so... If this is all they got, they're dead. I guess they have their... Okay, fine. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, I didn't... That token is going to fuck us over. I don't think we actually have anything this turn. That's annoying. Yeah, I think we're just taking the L here. That's a close game, though.
Yeah.
That
Alright.
feels bad to end on. That's right. Out of spite. You know what? Attack with both of them. If he doesn't block, you win. Oh wait, never mind. You can't even do that. Shit, we're fucked. Whatever. Maybe we'll work on a quest or something. That fucking 2-drop lifelink thing just totally spoiled this game for us. Probably gained them like 15 life or something.
Yeah. Why is it holding that thing up there so long? I can't do anything with it.
I think they're picking stuff from their library and they hold it up while they're picking. Well, if death could be noble, it would be noble to die to a lizard riding a skateboard.
That was a good game, though.
That felt like a nice, like, tense back and forth. I still feel pretty good about this deck. I don't know if it's a 7-0 deck, but, like, I didn't think it was amazing. But, like, for a halfway decent deck, I feel like we're doing okay. We're 3-1.
The only thing about exclusively playing drafts is, like, do you even care about the packs you open?
So the only reason why you would care is if, like, let's say you run out of currency to draft with,
Uh-huh.
and you just want to play for free by doing your quests and then cashing in the coins when you get it. You could make, like, a single constructed deck, or a few different constructed decks, and use them to grind out your quests without having to pay money for them.
Oh, sure.
Because obviously, like, the draft is going to cost you gems or coins, and if you don't have them, you don't have them.
You have 2 ranks. One
Oh
for
my god, no,
constructed
shut up.
and one for limit. Your constructed
Shut
rank
up.
is affected by rank.
I'm not even on the same thing that they think I'm at.
While your limited rank is tied to draft and sealed events.
Like, they didn't QA this very well.
This is where you'll find options on how to customize.
That chicken says
You
GG.
can also choose your avatar and more.
Yeah. This is where you'll look at his chest.
This is where you'll see a handsome lion man.
I will defend
Oh,
my
he's your friend.
allies.
Cool. Thanks, bro.
Alright.
Well, that was fun.
That was fun. I like what happened there.
And you're 3-1 so far, which is pretty damn good. Get that mastery, baby.
Yeah. Why I don't know why is it got the why is it lit up? Oh, mastery tree. What the fuck is this?
So when you play through your mastery tree, you get these orbs, and the orbs are placed into these, like, patterns or grams or whatever. You have to start them wherever the line starts, but they'll give you alternate artwork or frames for some of the cards in your collection.
Okay.
It's very whatever.
There goes. I did it.
Ta-da! So basically, they do these mastery trees for every set that comes out.
Uh-huh.
And since the new set is about to come out soon, that's going to cycle over, and you'll be given a new mastery tree when that new one comes in.
Even with all the packs I've been opening here, I still haven't gotten Lockjaw.
Dude, they need Lockjaw for this game, too. That'd be sick.
I don't even know how it would work.
They have, like... There's a format in this game called Alchemy that does, like, RNG and Hearthstone-style cards that you couldn't print in paper. So I think
that's
it's cool. So these decks they give you at the beginning of the game suck terribly.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't recommend playing with really any of them. If you do want to learn a constructed format that's, like, fun to fuck around in, Brawl is really, really fun. It's not super competitive or serious, and it's one of the few formats where I think it's actually pretty fun to build a deck.
Cool.
So we could maybe even, like, build one on stream here sometime. That might be fun.
Yeah.
Should we sign off?
We should, I think. It's about
getting
that
late.
time. Thanks for sticking around, everybody. It was fun. We'll do it again. I ain't got shit else to say. Goodbye.